Hey, I'm Maria Malima, and that's my awesome daughter, Alima Sabira. And welcome to our awesome, crazy, awesome life. And this is a little bit much. And you're about to see me start my bus conversion. In about 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hi, Black family. Coming back to you with an update on the bus. It's not pouring down rain outside, but it has been raining for quite some days. And the unfortunate part of that, well, there's a fortunate part and an unfortunate part. A fortunate part is that when it started raining, so let me give you some updates. Okay, so I went to go pick up some pallet wood, some free pallet wood from this place in, where is it at? In McDonough, Georgia. And so I decided to take the bus since I was getting a whole bunch of pallet wood. I was like, okay, let me just take the bus. Let me take my girl. And so, on that voyage, I realized that the door was not secure. The front door actually flew open. And I was like, oh my God, it flew open on the highway. And so I had to pull over. Thankfully to Allah, I had actually left all the mechanisms and everything in place to where all I had to do was screw back in the bolts so I could secure the door back and I could get back on the road, because McDonough is about 40 minutes south of Atlanta. And so, thankfully to Allah, I was able to put the bolts in. But anyhow, when I ended up getting back home, I guess since I was, so concerned about the door, I didn't even realize that this happened. I'll show you this. This is crazy. Yeah, so the door to the emergency hatch flew off. I was hoping and praying that it didn't, hit anybody on the highway. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, because when I got home, I was like, that was a bright and beautiful sunny day. I was like, why is there so much sunlight coming in here right now? This is crazy. And I looked up and I was like, the whole thing was just ripped off. I don't know. Who knows where it is? Hopefully someone needed an emergency hatch door, and they have it now. So anyhow, one night I came out here to check to make sure that it wasn't leaking, because I have this huge opening, and thankfully to Allah, it was not leaking. It's kind of leaking now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make I don't know if I'm gonna still allow it to open, but I'm basically just gonna get some I already ordered the plexiglass. It was crazy. The plexiglass came from North Carolina, and literally they put it in just cardboard. They didn't put any type of bubble wrap, nothing to protect the plexiglass from breaking. And of course, it was completely broken. I'll probably show you a picture of that right here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm supposed to show you guys my mom, but I probably have done that already. Anyhow. So I'm still going to sell. I ended up getting a refund on the plexiglass, but I'm still going to see if I can salvage the plexiglass and still use it. So either I'm going to just do a skylight with, with wood and the plexiglass, or I'm going to do a skylight, openable skylight hatch. We don't know. We're going to see. But anyhow, I need to hurry up and get that done, because it's been raining. And so the good thing about that is the fact that came off. It allowed me to know, because before I took any of the roof or the ceiling off, I didn't see any leaks. There was no leaks in anything. And so I was like, okay, this is awesome. There are no leaks. Allah, alhamdulillah. So since that came off, I was like, oh, that day was raining. I was like, let me come outside and see if there's any leaks. If it was leaking. It wasn't leaking. Turns out I have leaks in the front top of the bus. If you can see that bucket right there, and over by the door, there's a leak. So it's leaking from up here and also from over here. Now, I don't know if it's just one leak and, you know, like the water, I'll say that's where the water, you know, I'm pretty sure there's 2 leaks. But regardless, it's leaking from the front. And I would not have known that because I would have never came out here and checked. And I usually don't work on the bus when it's raining just because I just usually don't. I'm probably going to start, but if that didn't happen, I would have came out here and checked, and I would have never saw that it was leaking from the front. Then I would have put the ceiling up, and then all that water would have gotten moldy. We would have just had a huge disaster. So thankful that all that happened. There's always a reason why things happen. So alhamdulillah. So I'm gonna take. I'm basically going. Okay, so I gotta fix the. I got some. I've got some Flex Seal. And I have to wait for it to stop raining because it has to be dry. I was going to do it yesterday. Didn't do it yesterday. Whatever. Didn't do it yesterday. I have to wait for it to stop raining. And then I'll get that done. So that's that. So with the door, to secure the door, as you can see, that's still the germy-proof lock. What I decided to do was to get those. They're not in here right now, are they? No. So for the bus door, down at the bottom, I'm going to attach, you know, the locks that go... you know, like that go across. What are they called? They're called, it's a latch lock. I'm going to attach 2 latch locks so that the door is, so basically what the bolts do is bolted into place, and that's essentially what the latch is going to do. I'm probably going to do one on the inside, one on the outside on either door. So just 2, one on one door on the inside, one on one door on the outside, and it'll be bolted. It'll basically, technically, it's like a bolt, and it'll go through the step floor, and that'll keep it from moving at all. But the door is going to be locked from that. You'll see when I'm done. I just want to give you an update on that. Inshallah, it works. I believe that it should. It is what it is. In hindsight, just because of all the work that it's taking to secure the doors. I mean, the doors were technically fine. It's just that I didn't like getting inside of the bus to open the doors. But you know what? It is what it is. So you go and you go. Second part of this video. So those are just the updates. Oh, and I decided not to put the passenger chair here because, you know, I just think I think it's a little dangerous. I don't necessarily want Alima up here so close to this dash. If, God forbid, we were to have gotten into a wreck, it's just, I mean, you know, the seat has seat belts on it, but we're just not even going to put this on the bench over here where we're going to have, like, you know, the living, dining seat area, that lounge. I'm just going to put seat belts into that. I feel better with that. That's what we're going to do. And plus, if I need to hurry up and get into the back, I don't want to have to be fighting to go, you know, up against this chair. You know, you just never know if I need to hurry up and jump into the driver's seat to speed off someplace. I don't want to be fighting around no chair. So that's the update on that. Going to be using a lot of reclaimed wood. If it be cold wood or just pallet boards, but we're going to be using a lot of reclaimed wood. Inshallah, we're going to get this thing. Oh, I finally gave myself a date. I finally gave myself a date that I want to be complete, and that date is October 24th. Hopefully my mother isn't watching these videos. I mean, like, you hope that she is, but I hope that she isn't, because her birthday is October 25th, and I really want to take her and Alima on a trip for her birthday, and it'd be so awesome. So I have about 2 months. Oh, yesterday was exactly 2 months because today's the 25th. So I have 2 months to complete this that is able to get out on the road. And I believe where there's a will, there's a way. Soon it's going to get done. So the second thing that I want to talk about was getting kicked out of a black... It was a black Facebook group for black van lifers. And, you know, people, you know, van dwellers, anybody that's like living on the road and, you know, whatnot. And the thing is, I didn't even know that, like, I was kicked out of it. So this is what happened. Whenever I would post, like, I posted about, I don't think y'all have even seen it. I guess I'll put it in this video right now.
Yes, it's catching my Sunday lecture, but I wanted to show you guys this. Look at her. I just painted the inside gold. This is our tub. This is our beautiful wood tub. Oh my gosh. So it's basically a $40 wood planter from the garden department. And I basically painted her gold, and I epoxy resin her. I put some, because it's a planter, so it had 4 holes at the bottom. And I mean, no one's gonna be all in my shower, but I just put some Gorilla Tape right here, and then I epoxied her. I mean, I kind of wish you couldn't see the Gorilla Tape, but whatevs. When you walk into the bathroom and you see that, you're like, oh my God, when's your tub? And my tub.
Anyhow, so I should have inserted the video of my tub making. And so I posted that into this group, and one of like the administrators of the group, I don't know, he just, every time he would comment on a post of anyone's that I would see, it wasn't necessarily constructive criticism, but it was always it was always, oh, well, you shouldn't do that, you should do this. Oh, well, I've already tried that, and I don't think that, I mean, like, that's great. It is, a part of the group for me, what it said was that, we're here for support. Yeah, of course, give your advice, but it's more so for support. So you don't have to, I don't want to say rip, but it was always like negativity within commenting on someone's post about what they're doing with their van conversion, bus conversion, anything like. So he was like, oh, rather than cover up those holes and fill it in, you should just left one of those holes open. But that's not what I wanted to do. So if you like the video, then like the video. But if you didn't like it, I don't understand why he felt the need to say, this is what I should have done. This is what I've already did. So this is what I posted. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But I don't need for you to say, this is what I should have done. Because it's not what I did. So plenty of people gonna have things to say about this door. But that's not what I did. What I did is already done. So there you go. And so he ended up saying something about this other girl's van, but it didn't seem constructive. It just seemed like it was like, oh no, you should do this. You shouldn't. Like, it was just always, no, you shouldn't do, or always, all the time. And so I just simply asked, I said, this is on the Facebook. I was like, why does it seem like every time you post on someone's post, that you comment on someone's post, it always seems negative criticism, negative critique? Like, it doesn't really seem like support or anything. And I was like, I just want to know, like, what are we here for? Do you know that the person never answered the question? And I didn't. And so, I mean, I wanted to point it out, like, bro, like, we're here to support. Like, if you want to give sage advice, that's awesome. But it's a way that you do it. Like, his tone just didn't seem like supportive. That's what I was getting at. And so I didn't realize I was at my sister's house, and I was like, why can't I'm keep trying to post stuff to the group, and I'm like, why is it not popping up? Why is it not popping up? And I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I initially thought. I was like, oh my gosh, the people at Facebook has disbanded the group, and now the group is ended, and now we don't have this awesome community for Black people for van life, which is horrible. And so I was like, let me log out of my Facebook and let me, create a dummy account just so I can see if I can find it. And lo and behold, I found the group, and I was like, and so then it dawned on me. I was like, this is like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was visiting my sister in Maryland after the camping trip, which will probably be at the end of this video. Camping, whoop whoop. And I was like, wait, I know they did not kick me out of this group. Kicked me out, and I guess if you get kicked out, you're blocked, or they kicked me out and blocked me, so I couldn't find the group. And I was like, that, you know what, it really hurt. It hurt. I was like, that's insane that you would do that to a fellow Black person in this small, like, the community is so small already. We're back. sorry about that. Alima, I had to fix Alima's lunch. They're back in school online. Alhamdulillah. Actually, I was really upset about, sorry, sidebar. I was really upset about the online thing at first, but now since, oh, you guys want to come along too? I plan on doing a lot of work on my mommy's homestead in South Carolina. Like I need to build the dog run. I need to build her privacy fence. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be going on in South Carolina that I'm going to put on this channel as well. Anyway, so yeah, it's like, yay, since they're virtual, she can go to school anywhere. Just take the computer. Which I'm going to be getting a cell boost because she lives she lives in the country. So the signal is bleep. So I'm going to get a cell boost, an RV1 for the bus, which I'm just going to use at her house that I can plug into my portable power station and use it like that. Anyway, so back to the getting kicked out, blocked from the Black Facebook group. The thing is, yes, this Black van lifers, Black bus lifers, Black van dwellers, nomads, it's a small community. Like, so I was so perturbed and befuddled by, like, rather than having discourse so we can, get to the other side of the issue, you would just block me and kick me out of the group. Like, how much sense does that make? Which, I mean, because there were other people in the group that that you connected with and that you did get great feedback from, and it was a sense of community, like yeah, go girl, and they will give advice on other things, but it was just the tone and how they gave it was different than the guy that I was talking about previously. And so like somebody commented on one of these videos and he was like, well, cool about, the whole liquid nail cement or whatever that I did for those rails. He's like, but I would still put some rivets in it, which I'm gonna do, especially after the doors were long open on the highway. But his tone was just like, just in case. The guy's tone about the tub and about this girl's event, that wasn't his tone. It really wasn't. It was more so, it was like, no, you're wrong. Like, no, what you, like, literally, I was like, what? Why? Oh my gosh. The reason why we're doing our conversions. The thing is, I couldn't be wrong about my tub because there's nothing wrong about how I'm doing my tub because it's not a normal thing. So, it's not like this is how you build a wall. Why did you build your wall like that? First of all, there's many different ways to build a wall. There's many different ways to get to 7. There's not just one way, okay? So that was that. But the fact that I was kicked out of the group, it hurt. And so when I found out about it, because it was in the middle of the night, I ran and I started this, I was like, Bus Life group on Facebook. But I ended up doing it out of anger and hurt. And so then I ended up closing that group or whatever. But it sucks because that was, there are other groups. There's like Black RVers, but I'm not an RVer. I'm doing a conversion, and most people on that group were doing van conversions or bus conversions. I don't know. It just really didn't sit well. It's really sad that happened. Black people, we have been so affected by white supremacy that even when you feel that you've stepped into a realm of consciousness, you still have those remnants, because that's a remnant. To kick a sister, even if it was a brother, to kick me out of that group because I asked a simple question about your intent when you're giving comments rather than having civil discourse, that shows that you still have ill effects of white supremacy. Like, it really is. That's what that is. We have to be able to come together as a people and have, constructive conversation, whether we agree or we disagree. You don't run away from a problem. In order for us to rise and move forward as a community, as a whole, and you really unite, we're going to disagree. We just have to talk it out. And that's something I didn't come at that brother sideways. I wish I had a snapshot of exactly what I said, but I don't, because I'm blocked from the group. Like, I can't even see anything. It really sucks. But I don't think I'm going to start a Bus Life group. I don't think I'm going to actually start any type of group myself. Inshallah, you know, with me posting on my Instagram and posting these videos, I just get like-minded people to comment that way and give sage advice. Of course, I don't mind your advice, like, as long as the tone and the intent is positivity to see me progress forward. Not because you just automatically think that you know what you're doing and that you think that I should do it your way. That's not what building your own home is about. It's about what I want to do. And if you have maybe a way that I can do what I want to do a little better, that's cool. Just, you know, be mindful of your tone and be mindful that we don't run away and from each other. Like, we are not going to be able to grow and unite as a people if we don't know how to conversate. If we don't know how to disagree and move forward, we're going to be stuck in the same position that we've been in for the last 460 some odd years. And guess what? Actually, that's not what's going to happen. Those people that don't know how to have that discourse are going to be the ones that's left behind, because the hereafter is coming regardless. So if you don't know how to really unite with your people and learn how to have conversations and disagree and still move forward, you will be left behind. And that's what I have to say about that. As you can see behind me, I've got lots of wood that inshallah will be in that bus van very, very soon. So, you know, stay tuned for more videos on the bus and on Mommy's homestead. I'm really excited because she wouldn't let me build the fence before. Like, there's lots of stuff I want to do. Yes, it's her land, but she got the land, of course, for her children to come to when her time to transition, you know, has happened. And I don't want to change. She's been there for 5 years and she hasn't been able to really get it to the state of where I know she wants it to be. And so, since it's the only land that we have in my immediate family, like my cousin has some land. Actually, her sister bought land right beside her. So I really want to, she has about 5 acres. I want to really invest into the land, help get it to an operating state of when stuff hit the fan, we have a home base to go to. Any of our relatives, like, I don't believe that we were shunned. We have a lot of family. And there's only 4 people. So there's 3 people that have land in South Carolina and 1 person in Virginia. But, you know, if they come onto the land, like, we wouldn't deny our family. One, you need numbers anyhow. So it's like, just don't think you about to just sit up, which I don't think that would be any of my people, because then it'd be like, okay, you can't just stay on the land and not do nothing. You're going to have to contribute. Okay, everybody, all hands on deck. But anyway, those videos will be coming out soon. I'll probably do the camping one just as a separate video. Yeah, probably. Anyway, peace and blessings, my black people. Inshallah, I'll see you soon.